Show podcast. It's a double header back to back with Marika Wagner, the first guest who's been on back to back episodes. How are you, Marika?
Hi, thank you. I'm good. What an honor.
Yeah, well, you deserve it. It's got to be something special, and it was something special. I like your cat on your t-shirt there. Actually, it looks like.
It's a murksugga.
Oh,
It's special creature from a little town just near where I live.
okay. Is
Like
that
a fairy tale creature from,
okay?
especially from that town.
Right. Cool. Okay. Well, we saw some moose on the way,
Mm-hmm.
but so maybe if you didn't kind of follow One Water Race, it might be worth listening to the previous episode because it'll lead into this one nicely. But it's a big one over in Sweden. I know a lot of people were following, and
I did
see.
not.
You know, you've got to catch up. I know it's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard. Yeah, yeah. So Team Six, Marika's team finished.
we did.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And second place as well, which is pretty good too.
Yeah, yeah. This race is a lot about finishing. um, and a lot about trying to keep calm and stay out of competition. But still, to be able to finish, you gotta do this very well, and then you might up also in a good place,
Yeah,
good spot on the
yeah,
podium or
yeah, yeah,
in the top, because so few teams finish. So you
yeah,
gotta do it well. But I think it's a lot about in your headspace to stay out of competition.
yeah. It's true. Okay. Well, just to recap, who did finish? Team One Australia won it. Team Six Sweden second. Team USA France, Team Three were third place, and Team Seven Sweden finished, and then Team Five, Team 16, 17, 8 DNF'd. Is official term. So that is amazing. Actually, four finishes. That probably doesn't 50% finishes probably doesn't sound good for most races, but that is a good percentage, really, isn't it, of finishing one water race?
Yeah, it's a huge record for this race. And I think this is the goal as well. This is about what they want from the race and what we can expect in the future as well. At least for a while. But as any other race and any other sport, people will pick up as well. But for now and for the like next year, maybe this is the the vision of the race.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's not supposed to be everyone finish either, because the complexity of the race is, I think, the also the greatness of the race, and that complexity makes it end up with 50% not finishing.
Mm-hmm.
This is the
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah. Okay, so let's set the scene. So I'm going to share the screen. So if you go on video, it might help. But just to recap, because there's a lot's gone on, obviously, for Marika. 60s, well, 50 something. What was it? 54 hours or something.
55.
55. Yeah. So a long time. So we're going to go share the screen. Just as I'm doing that, what was the conditions look better than last year in terms of temperature?
Yeah,
What? Yeah. Cool.
huge difference in the water, as which especially made the first day and first night a little more bearable. We ended up like 24 hours in the race in a better condition than we were last year.
Yeah.
The first 24 hours didn't take as much toll as it did last year. Then, as I recall, second night, especially um, in the morning, but all night. It was very cold in the air temperature, and we were swimming quite a lot during the first part of the night, and then we reached Una. So we luckily had a long running section throughout most of that night, which was
Okay.
helpful.
Yeah.
But yeah, the weather conditions were much better.
Yeah.
Some wind, which we
Okay.
were told repeatedly that this is gonna calm, this is gonna calm. You're gonna get such a smooth swim over Danzingegat. We did not. The
No.
wind did not calm. So it was quite a choppy ride over
Yeah.
there, and yeah,
Yeah.
that's it's challenging enough to swim 7Ks and then 2Ks uh, almost on straight on top of that. But
Mm.
with that choppy sea, it was
Yeah. It looked a
really
bit rough. Yeah.
eating
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. We'll get down to the gap. So to start off at our home, it looks pretty 1A, had 1A or 1B checkpoint, so you can choose between the two as a team. 7 out of the 8 teams went for 1B. Did that look like a pretty straightforward decision?
To us, it felt like a straightforward decision to not get in and do that swim so early on. You don't want to put yourself in that state too early. Um, it was the 1A choice was not necessarily slower, but I think it took more from your team.
Mhm. Yeah. Chris, I did ask Chris why they went for that one, and they said it was a massive fuck up, which we'll come back to in the future. But, so it was Team Germany, GB, and Sweden. Did the look like a good swim, maybe 5K or something? I don't know.
That's
So
tough.
anyway, yeah, yeah, yeah. So they did that. Anyway, rejoined, and then everyone cracked on down, looking fairly similar tracks, and then there was quite a big swim before checkpoint 2,
Yeah.
with a couple of islands there.
Wonderful swim.
Was it?
Yeah, it was so beautiful. Was At this point was quite calm. A little bit wind from behind, which was, I think, mostly annoying for me. I think for the our lead swim, he didn't really notice, but I kept on banging into Alex's shoes and his legs, and I felt like I annoyed him a lot, but he didn't really care either. We spoke off there, but it was a wonderful swim. We had a sunset, beautiful colors. It really set the mode for the race and for the night. I think around here we really waited for this swim for the race to settle in. This race is, despite being so long and so much can happen, it's quite stressful in the beginning.
Mm,
And we talked about we were running on that little longer run there on Kapellskär. We did in a big bunch with 3 teams.
hmm.
And even if no one were really pushing the pace, you're not like you're with the other teams. You're not really getting into your
Yeah,
team, and it's a little bit hard to uh, get the mode and get into your bubble because there's so many people around. Um, I said to the guys somewhere when we were running, just wait for the swim and everything will settle, and after that we will be divided. And that's a much nicer, calmer feeling in the team. So this swim, we really looked forward to this swim, and that's also what happened. The swim split up the team for a bit, and we could just go on, and Rickard did such an amazing swim here. We were really fast and straight on and just really good
yeah,
flow. So I think this swim is where our race really got into got into place, and we started feeling
Yeah,
good.
it started for a few hours, a, a good few teams together, wasn't it? For it felt like quite a while,
Yeah.
pretty close together. So yeah, I see. I've just noticed you had a little detour before that swim, before checkpoint. Can you see that?
Yeah.
What was that? Was that do you even remember that? It's the red track was
Mm,
team six.
no, I think that's not us. We were
No,
more of a orange because yeah, no, we
no,
were because we were running together with Aussie with the yellow team. So
yeah.
we certainly did not
What's
do
Oh,
that
that's
one.
team
I think
four.
it's
That was
four.
team four. Okay, yeah, that was team four, Sweden. Okay, yeah, you're more orange, aren't you? Okay,
Yeah.
cool, cool. All right, then you cracked on. Everyone's away we go. Checkpoint two. Team is interesting. Team France and USA. They really did run their own race. They did some different lines, and I think they really stood out actually on how they seem to build quite nicely.
Here was quite a lot of different choices. Because like half of the teams went over to Blida to swim, and we
Yeah.
ran Yxlan. Actually, we reached checkpoint three a little bit ahead of Team Australia.
Hmm.
We were quite shocked when they came swimming. They just like emerged from the water. We were like, "Where did you came from?" Because we clearly came running.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were together at the top of Ixlan and we were together at the checkpoint. So like checkpoint two and checkpoint three, we were the same. So I think that
Same.
was we were keeping the same pace. I don't think any team were pushing.
Mm.
But yeah, we were saving some because after checkpoint three, it's quite a lot of swimming. So
Mm.
our choice was to run before that
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
I think it went
Yeah.
well. I think we did good with that. And yeah,
Yeah.
we came to checkpoint three together. So or we
Together.
were a
Yeah.
little bit ahead, but they got dressed earlier to swim because they already did that large swim, and we
Mm.
were kind of changing clothes, so they left a little bit before us. But
Yeah. Yeah.
some of these route choices look bigger on the screen, but then in reality, we end up seeing each other again and again and again.
Yeah. 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 It did. It did. When it Ixlan and Bledo, I remember thinking as I was following this. This was kind of nighttime in the UK and approaching night. Well, yeah, pretty much nighttime, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And I could see. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. Some went across to Bledo, and I remembered this. I remember coming up on the boat between that channel last year, and they did split up. Um, and then checkpoint three, and then there was a bit of island hopping, should we call it, down to. So you had 4B or 4A. I mean, that looked to be a fairly straightforward choice, but you
yeah, that
never know.
was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I don't. I don't know. We never even discussed it. That was more like a riddle. Like
yeah,
that was not even a choice. It was just very
yeah,
straightforward.
yeah. It's the same guy doing the maps, and well, I can't remember his name. He's got a funny mustache.
Yeah, from the organization.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. He was a character.
yeah, yeah. He
Um,
didn't join the race this year, but
okay,
he was the course designer.
yeah,
So
cool.
he was probably following along very closely
Yeah, no
every
doubt,
move
no
we
doubt.
did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it must be quite exciting for him actually to watch it play out. So
yeah,
Moja,
probably.
that's like a bit tricky nav, isn't it, on Moja? That area.
Yeah, it's especially after Maya. It's
Maya.
pretty until five. It's quite okay, and then you
Okay.
end up in what they call Hell Island,
That's it,
which
yeah.
is it's rough, and usually we've done this at night, So it was a little bit easier during daytime, but still very challenging. There's not much to read from the map. There's absolutely no trails, but still you gotta take a bearing. But the problem is there's also a lot of trees and um, just very rough areas, so you
Yeah.
can't keep your bearing. So
Mm.
you gotta keep a close bearing, but then you have to compensate and go on and off. And since you don't really get any confirmation during
Mm.
your, it's a long stretch where you don't get much confirmation. There is some heights, but they are not very clear,
Mm.
and so you have to be super careful, and you have to really um, look for things to confirm your position. And if you zoom in on the northern part here, you can see that both the red team, they choose to go and seek confirmation from the coast.
Mm-hmm. Oh
uh,
yeah.
and also same with our team, we are on the right bearing perfectly, but then I
Mm-hmm.
get a little bit not I lose my confidence a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
I go down a little bit more south to seek
Mm-hmm.
seek the little lake.
Yeah.
Or it's not a lake, it's, I think it's ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get confirmation before I take a new bearing, because if
Yeah.
I would have, if on these islands, if you continue on what's not your right bearing and not where you want to be, then you will be totally lost. It's,
Yeah.
if you end up doing a mistake on, say, Möja or Rumara, you can probably figure out where you are and you can keep going. You did a detour, you took a longer way. On these islands, you can get completely lost. Same
Mm-hmm.
with the blue team. They go down around
Yeah.
the
Round the lake.
lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not, I don't think that's a like a huge mistake. It's more
Mm-hmm.
of they seek confirmation, they
Yeah.
find the lake, they go through just to make sure
Yeah.
they know where they are. Because if you lose that on these islands, it will cost you.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
actually the other teams who took the more westly choice with
Mm-hmm.
6A might have done a good choice on this one. A
Yeah.
little
I was just.
longer, but it
Yeah.
looks faster when you look
Yeah. It's
how
hard to
fast they
say. Yeah.
moved.
Yeah. I suppose the couple of them hugged the coast there for a bit, and they probably didn't feel unsure as much as going into the heart of Hell Island.
No, it's,
Maybe.
it's 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 definitely safer, but I think also it was maybe faster grounds.
Yeah, I suppose they've got a slightly bigger swim there, but
Yeah,
yeah, cool. Well, it was good to see people
yeah.
going for different things. 6A, 6B, pretty much
There was a
almost. Yeah,
split that
yeah,
actually I think were like you could take both of them and benefit in different ways.
yeah. Um, so you, the Aussies, Team France, USA, and Team Sweden for went for the easterly route. So yeah, then we cracked on pretty much standard checkpoint 8.
A little mistake. Only
Oh,
team who made a
oh,
mistake on that easy peasy island.
Team 1, wasn't it?
No,
Didn't
actually, we did a mistake as well. You
oh,
can
okay.
clearly see it just before the checkpoint,
Uh,
a little bit back.
uh,
Yeah,
oh yeah. Oh,
yeah.
interesting. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just super, like a unnecessary mistake, super clumsy. You think you know where you are. I'm not very careful. I know this is straightforward. Yeah, as you can see, all the other teams
Yeah.
doing it very straightforward. But
Yeah.
yeah, uh, also when we came to between the islands, just after checkpoint, we actually met team one. So
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
was in
You
good
you needed
company.
maybe you needed some space up there away from all the other
Yeah,
teams.
yeah,
But
It's-
wasn't which checkpoint was it? Was it not
yeah. It was
checkpoint
this
8
one.
where Team One Australia went completely past it?
Yeah, and I
Um.
think like it was same thing as I did,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like
They just
feeling
carried
a
on.
little bit too safe.
Yeah.
The race is
Complacent. yeah,
pass these islands every year. There's pretty much only one trail to follow. Doesn't happen much, and you get a little bit too comfy. That's what happened
yeah.
to me, and I guess that's what happened to Rob as well.
Team
So
Australia.
it,
Yeah, Rob.
it
Yeah, great
was
to see him going the wrong
it
way.
was like a little bit strange to see them. We were like trying,
Yeah,
the brain is already a little bit fogged at this point, so we were trying to figure out how can we meet them.
yeah, yeah. Must have been confusing. Yeah.
A little bit.
Then checkpoint 9. Everyone kind of there was some interesting moves there. But yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
of course, the GPS isn't always 100% right either, is it? It's pretty good, but it's not.
No, I think it's pretty good. What happened is if we lose contact, I think like they have a spare one with the runner or with
Yeah,
on the
with the
boat.
boat.
So
Yeah,
at some places where you can see like a team swimming very straight and very long and like round islands, that's mostly when the GPS have jumped over to the boat GPS.
yeah,
But I think they like manually fix that as we go.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I think
yeah.
now, but we
It's
took
pretty
very
accurate.
different route choice here.
Yeah, yeah, with the swim, yeah. Yeah, interesting. Um, Almost looks like there might have been a current from the south, but I don't know. Anyway, then cracked on. Oh, green team. Who were the green team? Team 7, USA. Oh, I remember this on the video.
Um,
They went out to somewhere on Rummerow, and then they saw Team 2 running on the trail. So they went back and yeah, got
oh,
back en
great.
route. Yeah, so
Remara can be hard. I've
yeah,
done huge mistakes on Remara in the past.
right. Yeah. So everyone's cracking on. Everyone's still in it. Team 10. Obviously, this is the world. Well, not obviously. So, for those who are interested in the world champs coming up very soon, around about, um, is that Sandam there?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, by
Yeah,
team
so we
checkpoint
end
9. Yeah,
up, yeah, exactly.
yeah, yeah. So, you, yeah.
Yeah, it was actually the first time because usually we've been here at night. So
Hmm.
this was the first year we ended up here in daylight. So that was nice. It was the first time we actually could see Sandhamn. It was
Yeah,
nice, yeah.
must bring the memories
And
back.
checkpoint 9 is actually one of the exits from the second swim of Ötila. So it was familiar ground, but just touch and go. Then we left for a different direction. But it was
Yeah.
nice to see
Okay.
Sandhamn in
Yeah.
daylight.
Yeah. Okay. Back onto the. I guess the. So yeah, checkpoint 10. Let's have a look. Yeah, everyone's going through there. A couple of different decisions going towards Namdo. What are we looking at here? Oh yes, checkpoint 11. We're two teams. Okay, yeah. So Team France USA again, setting the blaze trailblazing across very different routes.
Very brave, Ruth. Cool. The thing is, from experience, this I think they took absolutely the faster route, but from when you hit Jungfruskär, it's gonna be quite a long, like you're getting further out in the archipelago, and it's gonna be colder, more swim. We tried to take straight routes, but still take like precaution of not getting too cold too early. We
Yeah,
know there will be sections where there will be harder to get your temperature up again because of there's maybe not these super long swims, but they're quite frequent, and the islands are so messy you won't be running very much. Still, last year we ended up taking maybe too much of round routes to avoid big swims because of the cold. It was much colder in the water last year, and we kind of somewhere around here started getting um, trouble with the cold. But this year we tried to stay out of having being forced to take big detours, but still like not choosing the colder ones. We were super strong swim team this year. The guys were just so strong and kept swimming. And actually, as we enter this part of the race,
Hmm.
I um, I think um, I think from um, sorry, I'll try. I think from here on,
Hmm.
running is much slower than it was in the beginning for most team, for all teams. But swimming is like it's a little bit faster right on the beginning, and then we lose some speed, but then it's more like very similar rest
Yeah,
of the race. We don't running is more like a slippery slope, going slower and slower and slower for every hour or every part of the race, while swimming is more consistent.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah. So getting to sorry, checkpoint 11. This is the second night now, of course. From memory, well, you might have got there in daylight actually, probably. I can't remember.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
yeah,
here in daylight
okay,
towards the afternoon.
okay. So I know. So teammates had to pull out at checkpoint 11 with. I think Mara had a possibly the
Yeah,
start of sight, or yeah, it was definitely a breathing related situation.
yeah.
And
There's so many of us who's been there.
mm,
Such a thing to solve. Like most problems we face during this race is about like overcoming, solving them. But this, when water enters your lungs, you're pretty much done. You can get it to kind of get better for a while, but it will get back, and you suffer so much from it.
yeah,
You can push on for a while, but just gonna get back and get worse for every time you get in the water, every time you get a little bit colder again. So that is certainly one thing with this race that is uh, really hard, and it's
yeah,
hard on the teams, and it's hard on the person being like getting this, because which I did 2 years ago. um, you go from all okay to really bad in such a short while, and still you feel like you should do better, you should push on. It's
mm,
not like if you fall and twist your ankle, or if you get a bee sting. It's like so clear that yeah, this was not your fault, you got sick, you got something that um, and yet this like sneaks up on you and you can't do anything about it. But yeah, I could really feel her. I saw the clip where they pull out and just like looked so much like me 2 years ago.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's no way to recover apart from stopping, isn't there? So it's just going to get worse, as you say.
Yeah,
And they had a great race anyway. Team USA, teammates, and then Team Five, Germany, GB, Sweden got timed. I think it was about 42 seconds. They missed checkpoint
that was
11 by.
so sad. It
Yeah,
was I think they um it was just such a bummer. I think they looked very strong still,
yeah,
and I think they could have just like it's just so unfortunate they didn't know at the time, because I think they could have easily made it if they just knew a little better, a little earlier, that
yeah, a little
this
earlier.
was
Yeah,
like uh, you are short on
tight.
time. Yeah, super tight.
Yeah, and it went. To the. They got to the checkpoint, and then it sounded like they missed it, and then it went to race control. I think.
Oh,
I
okay.
think Charlotte was there, and she phoned, and they were all talking, and they, oh, we're not out yet, and it was a bit confusing,
Ah,
and they were waiting for a call from race. Anyway, they were out. So, I mean, interesting start to the race for those guys with the big swim, but solid performance, and
absolutely.
yeah. So that's two down.
Navigation looks right on point from
Yeah.
for every stage, and I think they moved well. And I think they could have gone into the second night and really pushed on.
Yeah.
I think through the second night, the race settled even more.
Hmm.
We were like, every report we got, we were like just in between 1 hour after Australia, 1 hour ahead of Team Seven. It's just like super settled. And we think like we did some, yeah, we're gonna get into that. I think we had some trouble during the second night, but still
Hmm.
like ended up on the next checkpoint with the same time the gap as we had before the problem started. So I think like every during the second night, all teams face a lot of problems, and the pace is it's very even, and then you stop for a while, fix something, and you feel like, oh shit, we dropped so much time on this, but everyone does. So from that on, what I got informed, because I haven't seen it, but on every checkpoint it was just the same.
Yeah. Yeah. See, just look, I hadn't clocked because I didn't stay up all night.
What?
But yeah, I was tired.
Disappointed.
I was tired enough already. But yeah, you do feel like um, uh, inadequate. Not staying up all night for 2 nights. But what else? Yeah, team for Sweden doing some funky maneuvers
That's not
there.
us.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
team
yeah.
four. Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
four.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's added a bit of mileage, and I think they did another interesting section down here. So obviously this is nighttime, and you're starting to get tired.
Yeah,
But yeah, they cracked on. They did really well. I just
that was
probably
us doing some funky.
I don't know.
That I
So
think that
where's
was
your
a little bit
where's
earlier.
where's
That was
your
just a super stupid mistake. We solved it very
yes.
fast. Um, but still, it's the constant. Like I know, it's the concentration. I always do my mistakes after. It's actually no, none of these are swimming. It's just like wading through really thick bush. It was just horrible. This one, the first one, was horrible, like
Hmm.
truly horrible. I pushed my team through a really unnecessary thing, and they were very brave, and they were complaining quite a lot. And then when they did that heroic push, and I was like, "Oh, guys, it was the wrong one. We didn't have to do that." But it's I do every mistake I've done throughout the race is when I get comfortable, when we get in a good flow, when things are moving well. Everyone is feeling quite well, so we move like a little bit faster, um, and I feel like I'm on point. Then I let go a little bit too much.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
was
but
totally unnecessary. Like I know I should know this island as
yeah,
well. We've
well,
been here the last couple of years. I think it was the first year maybe.
well,
It was not a hard hard one. It was just letting go. But
yeah,
the thing is, as a navigator, especially if you are alone, you need to be able to switch on and off because you need to find rest somewhere along the course.
mm,
And this was clearly not a place to rest your head, but I did,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's what happens. I think. Um,
yeah, yeah. It's, I mean, cut yourself some slack. You know, it's expected a few
yeah,
little mistakes for sure. So
but
cracked on, corrected it.
yeah, we solved like every little mistake we did. We solved as a team very fast. Rickard is out to not be a navigator at all. He's outstanding in problem solving. Like, I was so impressed with him and so grateful to have him in my team, because every time I got a little unsure or did a mistake, he was so fast in just looking around, looking at the map, and directly like solving my puzzle and
Mm,
knowing where we were. So he was big help in the navigation as well.
that is good. You need that. And Team Four dropped out. I can't remember. I don't know if it was just what the situation.
They were in a lot of pain.
Hmm.
I think Johan were swimming with one arm for a couple of swims before this,
Oh God.
and I think Matthias was also really fatigued, which they tried to solve with sleeping, and like he was super sleepy, and that affects the navigation a lot. Um, but I
Okay.
think it was mostly like shoulder pain that got to them, making it very hard. And I think, like for most team, what happens is you are kind of on the terrain moving, and you have slept a little bit behind, but it's still like fine. It's just like 1 or 2 hours, and then you face this problem. This is what happened to us, like both previous years, the last 2 years.
Hmm.
We were kind of in a 2 hour behind situation, and that's fine. Um, but then you face a problem, and you have to stop. You have to do stuff to like to take precautions, and then you end up the time's just like moving very fast. All of a sudden, you're 6 hours behind. And that was happened last year, and when we started taking care of Frederick, he was very cold, couldn't get the heat up again, even if we were moving. So we had to stop and like sleep and eat and try to like reset. And I think this is, they also talked about a reset. And I think that's the right thing to do. It's the only thing to do. And it's very smart and very experienced from a team not being very experienced. They did some very experienced decisions, but
Hmm.
the time is like just flows away. So I think they also looked at checkpoint 12 and realizing we can push there, but yeah, time is running out, and the 8 hour rule makes this race very special in that way. When you need to take big precautions, you
You
have a
can't.
time limit
Yeah.
limit that challenge you. From racing, adventure racing, I know you can do something big. You can sleep for an hour, you can like reset, and then you can get on and catch up. But there's no catching up in this race.
No. No. There isn't, is there?
It's
Not
too
not
tight,
really.
too
Yeah.
fast,
Yeah.
too.
Too long.
But actually, I'd say, and yeah, hate me for saying this, but it's too short.
It's too short. Okay. Well, I know Team Australia will probably agree.
Yeah.
Okay. How many more days do you want to do, Marika? Couple more.
I'm happy racing for this a long time, but in this sense, where you need to make big decisions of resetting, there's no time to catch up.
Hmm.
Then we'd need another day.
Yeah. 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 Just
But
yeah. Oh, sorry.
no, I think I'm happy to race for 50 or 60 hours. I think that's
Yeah. It's yeah. Yeah.
perfect amount of racing.
Of course. Yeah. It should be standard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 12A. I mean, it didn't look like a good idea to go for 12A, and that's kind of
No,
yeah. What that's right. That's what happened.
I don't know why you would want to do that.
No, unless yeah, I don't know. Unless
Unless you were really warm and really wanted to
really,
swim
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. Your legs hurts, and yeah, I don't know. So anyway, 12B checkpoint 13. Everyone made. So we've got three down now. Three teams out. Five continue. Um, or no, everyone. Well, not everyone, but people will know or know.
Yeah.
Especially world champs folks. Is that team?
Yeah.
That's team two there, Sweden. Okay.
So
So how was Orno? Pretty
Uno
standard.
was we were there at night, which was good because we cleared a lot of the darkness with that. I think we got darkness just before the swims, and
Okay.
then we were swimming, which is not doesn't really matter. It's cold at night, but it doesn't really matter if it's light or dark. Robban has to work a little bit harder, but that doesn't really bothers me too much.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's a little bit tougher on the support. They are stuck with the bearing and the hand light and everything, but
Hmm.
it's for the navigation and for the well-being of the team. I think this was to make these two swims and then the long run on Una, which was very
Yeah.
straightforward. We were following the road, actually a road that you are very familiar with.
Hmm.
Um, from Atia, and then it was a little bit trickier just turning up to the checkpoint, which
Hmm.
was good. So we had to kind of focus again. It could have been easy to fall asleep. If I know a lot of teams talked about they were super sleepy on Una, and that was maybe a little bit because it was so straightforward, running on the road. Some teams were maybe walking, and then you get very sleepy. So just turning brain on again for approaching the checkpoint, and then we got daylight just like shortly after or just about reaching the southern part before the swim. We got daylight, so I think that was very good. We cleared a lot of the second night in a like more easy part of the
Hmm.
course.
Yeah. That's
And
good.
then on to Une, and it was day again, or Ute, and it was
Uta.
daylight again. So
Yeah.
it was
Lovely.
perfect.
Yeah. Good time. So team two pulled out after checkpoint 15. I think Marcus, one of the Marcuses, Marcus Brandt,
Brandt,
was
yeah.
just knackered, was he?
I think he couldn't eat for quite a while
Okay.
before, pushed on for really long time without energy.
Mm.
And yeah, if you end up in in that state where you can take in energy, there's just that will cost you. Like you can't really do anything about it. If you don't eat, you will
Mm.
wear out.
Yeah, yeah. Did you enjoy? We will come back to nutrition. Actually, did you enjoy this section coming on
Yeah,
onto Uto? Yeah,
a lot.
yeah,
Like it's just so, except from racing on that course a lot. Like it's from the early years. I had a lot of friends on Ute, so that were like our normal training ground was to go from Ute up to Une and back. So feels so give you not just like you find the way. It's pretty straightforward. I think no team really had any problem on those islands, but the thing is you get this feeling of being home soil. It feels
yeah,
so safe, and that does something to me that is more than making it easy to find a way. It's just like comforts me in a good way. So I
yeah,
really enjoyed stepping onto those small islands
yeah,
and then to Ute, which is very much of a
yeah,
home soil feeling.
yeah. Quite a few people out support cheering. That,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
we met a lot of people on Ute. Yeah,
lovely. And then crack on down. Checkpoint 60. I think the old course came did a swim down here. I'm down. I'm not
yeah.
sure where it was. It was down here. So, yeah. And it was a bit warmer. I remember one of the swims down here. Anyway, it's down to checkpoint 16. Everyone made then 17, 18, and then yeah, approaching. We all know what's looming.
Yeah, we
Danziger
took a little
Gats.
different route choice from between
You
17 and
did that,
18.
yes, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You went, yeah. That
yeah.
was. Don't know if you
Looks
meant,
pretty much the same. So yeah,
yeah,
we meant to.
yeah.
There was no navigational mistake. It's just a
Yeah,
choice.
yours. Yeah, your swim looked maybe shorter, so maybe that was good. Anyway,
I
it's
don't think
going.
that really mattered,
Doesn't
but yeah.
no, no 18, and then Tanzania again now. always fun to see who goes where. Well, let's say there's usually only about two teams doing it, but
Yeah,
four teams
we
made
got a
it.
little more to look at here.
Yeah. Now this is beautiful. I mean, it's like some kind of spaceship shape.
Yeah,
We've
I
got
think the northern choice was the right choice.
okay.
Actually, the wind were coming uh, from south.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we choose the southerly.
Because you might get pushed
Uh,
up.
yeah,
Yeah.
that didn't really happen.
Okay.
The wind was, it was choppy. It was quite high waves, but it didn't really push us north, which you can see because we got into a little bit of a worrisome situation. It was never trouble, but we got a really um, really sharp um, direction from the controller to move more north.
Mm-hmm.
We were
Is that the
pretty
military? Is that the
Yeah,
military
it's a
island? Okay.
military
Yeah.
island. It's clearly marked on the course, so it was no
Yeah.
confusion.
Yeah.
We just got closer than we meant to.
Oh yeah, you were
Exactly.
quite close.
Quite close. Not into it. Quite
What
close.
were I mean, why did you do that? Was that
Actually,
just
the wind was not pushing us north as
okay?
much as
Yeah.
we thought it would.
Okay.
And I think for the teams who took the northern choice there, they were protected by the islands for quite
Mm-hmm.
a while. Whether we were more exposed, um, but yeah, it was more of a. The waves were so high we couldn't really see anything. Like we didn't even see the island until we were very close.
Okay.
So I think we it was a hard time, like just
Yeah.
getting something to navigate from.
Yeah.
So it was more of a I think which he really did. I think Rika was just trying to swim super straight and
Yeah.
then get directions from Robban. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, and they split. I think that's also like uh, a super strong benefit with the team, but also very impressive from Alex to in the middle of dancing a gut just pick up and do his like he didn't lead any swim until this, and then he picked up and did such a strong swim. So
Okay. So
uh,
Alex led this one.
yeah, from right before, like when we started coming close to the islands and
Okay.
Robban
Right.
were like, you need to go more north.
Okay.
Alex took on the swim,
Okay. Okay.
and then he just pushed super hard all the way to Yttergården, and super
Brilliant.
impressed to just switch in the middle and
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
find that rhythm where you just
Yeah, he probably
go
enjoyed.
on.
He probably enjoyed it, didn't he? Because sometimes when you're leading, sorry, when you're following so much, obviously physically it's less, but it can be a bit. It can be a bit annoying as well, can't it? A
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think he got into a state where he found more joy, and also Alex like special thing is that when things get kind of gnarly, or especially when it gets like you get in a hurry, like you're chased from a team or you need to chase a team or anything,
Mhm.
he gets so pissed off and just
Goes.
hammers on like.
Yeah.
And I asked him back when we raced Ötila and the World Series together, like, you can be totally fatigued, I'm towing you, and then all of a sudden you find something, what is that? And he's just like, I'm pissed off.
Hmm.
That's what it is.
Right. Yeah. 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 He's a big guy, isn't he? How tall is he? Is he like
2 meters.
2 meters? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so he
Super, so
pushed it.
yeah, super strong swimmer, push a lot of water, like it's so nice to be on his feet.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Brilliant. So everyone made it across different ways, which was nice to see. And yeah, it was cool watching that at the start for sure. And then again, now this was interesting. Team France USA went for
Oh, yeah, they took that
28.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it looked, to be honest, it looked like at the time, ooh, but it actually, I think, well, they definitely gained on Team Seven, and
Is this
overtook.
when they passed Team
Yeah, they
7?
overtook Team Seven, so it looked
Cool.
like a masterclass of decision making.
Yeah. Oh,
Or
super. Like they got the tight racing they wanted. Not a
yeah,
sprint finish on Aya, but still things moving
yeah,
around. And this part of the race is super cool.
yeah. It was
Really cool.
definitely, that was interesting. 20 bit. This was going into night three.
Yeah.
And not, maybe not for you guys, but
We cleared Tore in daylight and then we got dark.
Toro,
Tore, that's.
Toro. Where's that? Hang
It's
on.
the yeah, it's the big island after checkpoint 20B.
Okay, okay, yeah,
That's Tora, and yeah, so we cleared that island. I was super happy to be able to do that in daylight. It
yeah,
was hard enough.
yeah. So interesting. Again, Team France USA. I'm guessing that was a track. Let's have a look at the.
We had that route choice. We had that in mind.
Uh-huh.
Our plan was if we didn't clear Tora in daylight, we would do
Ah,
the same as they did.
yeah. Good nighttime
You
option.
get
Okay.
it's a little bit longer. I think like in daylight might be slower, but at night you cut off some of the hard navigation. Like
Yeah.
you do more
Oh,
on
yeah.
road and then very much less in the bush. So
Yeah.
it
Okay.
would
Good.
definitely for nighttime would have been my choice as well.
Mhm. Good choice, guys, on that one. And then a couple of interesting lines there. Team Seven did looks like much more
They
swimming.
just swam it, yeah.
Swam
I,
all.
they had really sore feet. It's super hard navigation, and they were kind of fed up with hard navigation at this point. I guess.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think they did a really good choice there. And actually, I think it's like they were not that cold. I know from their stories, but
Mm.
I think still to go in the dark after those big swims and just decide to swim even more it's it's the right call, but it's the hardest call.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, brilliant. That was cool to see. And then yeah, Team France USA did a big swim around the corner there, and they all came. I'm not sure exactly where they overtook, but it was somewhere before Oja, I think. Team One
Hmm.
Australia, meanwhile, had finished and not too far behind Team Six Sweden. That's pretty much just straight. Everyone goes on the same.
Yeah, there's only
Uh,
one road. There's
right.
nowhere
Yeah.
to go. um and yeah, and then
So
you're joined by your support. It's just more of a at this point we started celebrating on the north of Aya. You know, you step
yeah.
onto Aya, you feel like
Yeah.
it's such an unreal feeling, but that's just like somewhere after dancing you get like people around the organization, everyone started cheering like you did it, you're gonna make it. And we were like still a long way to go, and you can't really trust it. And even on the last
Mm,
couple of islands, and you can look at your watch, Robin repeatedly told us like, you are safe, guys. Just play it cool. You have plenty of time. And I started fiddling around a little bit with the navigation on the last island, and the guys got quite stressed. And Robin were like, "You have 6 hours to clear this island. I think she's gonna make it."
yeah.
But yeah, you don't trust it until you set your foot on AI. It's like you can see the lighthouse from like a couple of islands before, but yeah, no, it's the feeling to step onto AI was incredible. It's just like it was 4 years of like loaded on our shoulders, that we could finally let go of. And yeah, it wasn't until we stepped onto the island, but it was, I think the feeling was stronger stepping onto the island than actually reaching the lighthouse and the door.
Yeah.
We really longed for that door, but getting
Yeah.
onto yeah was just amazing.
Yeah. 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 Good. Yeah, it must have been. Yeah, and then it's probably takes longer than expected to get to get to the
Yeah,
lighthouse.
it's like a 5K walk. That takes a while. It's not like
Uh,
we'll be there in 20 minutes. Just it's a little bit
uh,
more.
yeah, it was
You
brilliant.
could run
Brilliant.
it. I tried to. I was just like, I just want to get this over with now. I just want to
Yeah.
like be done. But my team were super straight to me. Now we're walking, and I was
Mm.
backing down. It's just,
Okay.
I pushed them so hard towards the end to run, um, especially just because I wanted to make the most of the daylight. But then when we were on Aya, they were like, all three of them were like, just
Yeah.
we walk, and that was actually a nice little walk. We got together as a team and just like started to realizing what we did.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Really. Really was. I mean, look, there's the final results.
Yeah,
Team one,
super cool.
51.50. You were well in 3 hours 41. Team three, 6 hours 24 behind Australia, and then Team seven, little tight on the 8 hours, but still,
Yeah, organization got their sprint finish.
yeah,
That's super cool what they did, and I think a lot of teams would have been super stressed in that situation, but they were so cool and just I don't know if they ever doubted that they were gonna make it, but there were definitely other people around who doubted them, but uh, super cool. They just
yeah,
went on.
yeah, definitely, and it's yeah, it yeah, be interesting to know what information you're getting from the boat in those situations, how accurate it is as well, because it's quite, when it comes down to minutes,
Yeah,
it's
I think that's like an estimate from that depends on the experience from the support because they only get this what we're like the leaderboard, so they can
yeah,
only see how much they were after on the last checkpoint,
yeah,
and there's no clock ticking down. Then maybe because they can't look at the support cannot look at the tracks. They can see the
mm,
map and see how fast we were moving, how well any team were moving. But if you have a really experienced navigator and support like Nana, I think she might have been able to like maybe do some predictions on what routes we probably took and how long that probably should have taken us.
yeah,
Um, so I think she had some sort of control and idea uh, of how fast they were moving and how fast they needed to move. But I think that's just all her experience and expertise. They don't get that info,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah. No, I think you're right. It's yeah, well, great. I mean, four teams. It was a really, really good year. I think it was watching wise. I think it was entertaining, and yeah, brilliant. I mean, on the nutrition? How did
Yeah.
that go? All good.
Yeah, all good. We had pretty straightforward, easy, like I think to keep the nutrition, it's all about like keeping up at all times. If you stop for a while, if you get a like a gap in your nutrition, then you get this nausea and then it's hard to get back on the train. So I think it's all about just staying on the train at all times. And for that, our team decided to make it very like very boxy, very straightforward. I ate the same thing throughout, didn't change anything, had and we were like on the clock. So We just looked at the clock, ate on like specific times, and then it was all up to Robban to feed us like the more solid food, and then at least for me it was all gels and sports
Right.
drink in between,
Okay.
and that's how I try to keep it up. Never go into any energy deficit, because I feel like if I never go down, there's like if you eat, it's easier to eat more. And then I have like my main thing with energy on these long races. If you are in a good state where you feel like it's easy to eat and you're happy and you're on a good page with yourself and your stomach and your energy levels and everything, I just like then I'm taking the opportunity to eat a lot. So like if you're down, you really need to eat. That's what's gonna turn it around. But I also try to have the like instinct to eat extra when I'm happy. That
Yeah.
will make like a little buffer.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't think that might not be for everyone because like if you have like a stomach that might act up if you eat too much. But okay, if I'm on a really good roll, like I might as well take two gels at a time.
Yeah.
It's just it's not gonna make me. It's not gonna be a bad thing for me.
Yeah.
So
Did
now
you
we
have
had
any did you have any caffeine along the way?
yeah a lot
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Caffeine pills, caffeine gels, cola, Red Bull. Like
Yeah.
yeah, we did not go low on caffeine.
Yeah. Good. Good. Okay. And how's the recovery been?
Yeah, I think the recovery is going well. It's interesting with recovery because you need to kind of realize it's a lot of different things in the body that should recover. First of all, it's the like energy and fluid salt balance, electrolytes, and everything. Body needs to clear that. I was a bit swollen, which is also that's fluid in the tissue that body needs to. When the stress goes down, body needs to let go of that. So all of that happens in the first couple of days. Legs and like muscles were incredibly good. Like if we were only uh, down to my legs, I would have been able to run the day after. And
Wow.
that was a new to me. I usually get very stiff, but and sore, but now I was super fine muscle wise. But then you have also the central nervous system, which is a little more like it's a the feeling is a little bit harder to pinpoint what you're really looking for, and I think it's important to give the body time, like a lot of time to recover fully. I think if you don't, you will end up with different kind of problems that you might not like um, go back to say that was one water race injury or something, and you might end up with something in January because you didn't really get back. You just like got over the surface and just pushed on.
Hmm.
Then there's some of us, including me, who's got a race is racing again pretty soon-ish. And then it's even more important with the recovery, but also like you can push the recovery a bit. So the big recovery will come later.
Hmm.
For me, I'm doing. I'm, I'm stupid enough to go to Adventure Racing Worlds,
Okay.
World Championships on Corsica in 6 weeks. And up until then, there will actually be like no actual training. It's just gonna be recovery. Asked Glenn and Liz. They did that combo a couple of years ago, and I asked them for some advice, like what did you do? And I think Glenn said it very wisely, just plug yourself into the charger now. So
Mm,
that's what I'm doing. I'm plugging myself into the charger. But then we should be totally honest, like all of us, and I think like most people listening to this podcast as well, we are totally addicted to endorphins. So yeah, head wise, you end up in a very weird place. Like I'm super happy about the race. I'm super proud. I get a lot of love from my followers and friends and family and people I didn't even know were following this race. So I'm super happy. But then at the same time, you feel a little off, like uh, some light depression symptoms, and you wonder, like, what is wrong with me? Why can't
yeah,
I just like I did the achievement of my lifetime, the thing I've been striving for 4 years, and still I feel blue, but that's just chemistry. Like you need to
yeah,
get your brain some goodies. So some light training, body does not respond very well, but brain is super happy.
yeah. Good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right. That feeling of it's kind of over. You've done
Yeah,
it, which is
yeah,
a great thing, but also, yeah, because of the types of person you are, I suppose. So Corsica, okay.
yeah,
So mountain biking, I'm guessing.
yeah. A
Yeah,
lot of
a lot of running and
river paddling,
yeah,
so
kayaks or
pack rafts.
pack rafts. Oh, nice.
So carry about pump it up and paddle it. And a friend of mine I raced with a couple of years ago, he said this boat is such a bad thing. It's not very good to carry because it's heavy and big and like it's not good to be carried, and it's not good to be paddled. It's
Mm,
just like a compromise of
yeah,
everything. But what it does, it leads us to places on Corsica, which is going to be beautiful and unreachable if you don't have, like, it's going to be unreachable with the kayak. So this
yeah.
gives us a big adventure.
Brilliant, brilliant. 4 people, I'm guessing. Four
Yep.
people. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm
Cool.
racing with an American team. They invited me after they qualified on the American um, World Series race,
Hmm.
and they needed uh, one more teammate after that. So it's for One Water a race audience, a little bit famous or known Alicia Godeski. She raced my first year, the second year, 2023, with the American team. They did quite well. I think they ended up in the 8-hour rules that year. So yeah, and that's been a little bit like a comforting thing, getting into this double race thing that she asked me knowing exactly what water race is. So
Yeah,
it's nice and it's good getting back, seeing old friends. I know the rest of the team as well. It's gonna
cool.
be a couple of nice days, and to be honest, it's also a little bit for me about finishing. I've done adventure racing for over 10 years, and maybe this might be my last race. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of other stuff I want to do as well. So, and last time I raced one an adventure race, we didn't finish because of health issues with the teammates. So it's a little bit about going back and actually go through a whole race and reach a finish line. And
Yeah. Okay. So this is the
uh,
World Championships
yeah.
adventure racing. Yeah. Brilliant. Okay. Okay.
So normally that's a little longer races than the rest of the series and a little
Yeah.
harder courses. So we expect to do 6 days.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Nice week.
Yeah, just nice vacation. Actually talked to a friend the other day. It's like, oh my God, you're doing this. And I was like, yeah, mostly because it's Corsica and it's supposed to be very beautiful, and I want to see it. And he was like, "Yeah, you could do it. Just go vacationing." So yeah,
Yeah.
didn't think of that, but that's not
Uh,
how we do it. We see the
oh,
world
God.
through racing.
You do, yeah. When you see a lot of it, don't you,
Yeah.
on an adventure race, more so than any other way, really.
Yeah, I think both one water race and all the other races I've done, it's just the big part. It takes you to places in the nature where actually you wouldn't have seen them otherwise. You, especially not as much, like a hike will never take you all the way to these places. And, we've seen, like, it's such a privilege that we've seen so much of the archipelago, and the Stockholm archipelago is such a gem. And like, Thomas and Stefan and the rest of the organization, they just lay it out, all of it to us to enjoy. And that's what also adventure racing is about. Um, Pascal and Nancy's gonna show us the very best of Corsica. And when you're also that tired and fatigued and exposed, at least to me, I feel it more. Like, I've seen the archipelago, but I've also felt it.
Yeah, yeah. Next year.
I think, like, a lot of me, a lot of my heart is really feel like this is a like a closed book. This is a closed chapter. We did it. We finally did it. We've been striving so long, and the racing is hard. But I'm to be honest, I'm super impressed with myself to keep this focus for 4 years in a row,
Mm,
to have this as my main goal, my main focus. You spend so much of your thinking and dreaming and motivation towards just one thing and in one direction. Um, the training is not the thing. Like, I would have done the training probably exactly as much. Maybe not as much swimming, but
yeah.
there's like no training session, no part of the training that wouldn't have been done without one water race. But mentally, to focus on one thing for so long is it's special. But there's one thing that is unfinished, and a, I have some more teammates, and if any of them want to finish, I'm not gonna say no.
Okay, see you in 2027 then.
I don't know, but yeah, there's like, it's not completely finished for me in my heart. It's not, and this was, now I reveal like a big secret.
Okay.
I think I don't know if that was a smart thing to say. I also told uh, I also told Thomas that I need to sign up on a binding contract for some work next year, so that I'm like obligated to work for him, and really can't race.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
never signed it. Just
Okay.
just
Okay.
told him.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, really, it was great to see you guys finish, and
Thank
all
you.
four teams finished there, and the other guys did great too.
Yeah,
So yeah, good vibes, really.
it was a really good year racing. I think a
Mm,
lot of teams did really well, especially some of the new teams. Super impressed with acting so experienced without experience.
mm, yeah. Yeah. So well, I hope your recovery continues. Is Otto recovered? Was he up? He was on the course, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Otto, he filmed a lot of this craziness. He had to sleep for quite a while after. It took him some days to recover as well. But
Yeah.
he's on to adventure racing European champs at the moment. So
Oh, cool.
another go with staying up late and filming
Yeah.
crazy people.
Yeah. 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 Cool. Well, yeah, it will continue to recover
Yeah,
physically and mentally and everything else, and yeah, enjoy the world champs in Corsica.
I will
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
most of the time.
yeah, yeah. Thank you,